What's up? What's good? All right, here we go. This next segment that I'm going to be doing for the channel is going to be a little different. It's going to be very controversial, to say the least, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's not going to be like something I'm going to do regularly. It's just a little experiment, a little series that I'm going to do here. So, without further ado, the product we're doing today is the gotta hide my face, remixed. Hopefully it's fucking focusing on it. Maybe not. Anyhow, yeah, by Wick'd. However, it's not the I should have product showcase mode on. I don't. It is not the authentic Wick'd remixed. I don't know the brand name. It was a no-name brand name. It's not SSK or anything I'm used to seeing. They just kind of left it ambiguous. So let's see. What was the last thing I had? I don't know. Sometimes the no-name brand clones will surprise you. In the past, that used to guarantee that they were the worst kind. I already can tell the build quality on this is actually pretty decent. So without further ado, let's bring it down and I'll show you what this thing is about and if it's actually worth a damn. All right. I'd like to preface this video by stating that, you know, if and when possible, you should be trying your best to buy the authentic products of these brands. Because if nobody were to, then they would never be able to make them in the first place, right? And China steals stuff, so, you know, who wants to be a part of that, you know? But, you know, there's always going to be people that literally can't afford this stuff, and they can't be vaping dead rabbits for the rest of their lives, you know? So if they want to try some Boro stuff on the cheap, they can't afford it, so be it. Apparently this came from 3F8, and let's see. We got pins. You know what? I actually pulled this up. Okay, the pins sizes are 4.5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2, and then it drops all the way down to 1.2. This was $20. This particular blue color is no longer available from what I could see. They got like a gray one and a regular raw stainless one. It's 316 stainless steel. Even though it looks like it's, I thought it was, sorry. I thought it was titanium initially, but as soon as you feel it, it feels thicker than titanium. It's heavier than titanium, but you know, it has like that burnt titanium look to it. So here's the build deck. People have gone over this RBA already. However, I don't think there's any reviews for the clone, so here's the inside. I've not used this yet, so this is actually an out-of-the-box review. which I don't usually do, but why not? Okay, you got your typical... Why is this not focusing for shit? You got your collar. I'm just gonna leave this off once I take it off. Pretty standard. You know, I have a lot of... I think I've tried every... I never had a Omega bridged. Oh, look at that, it came off too. That's interesting, I didn't know that came off. So, there's that piece. Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of Wick'd products. They're all good. You know, the bridged 1.2 plus, that was the second RBA, authentic RBA that I ever bought. So I do have authentic Wick'd bridged products and a bunch of different authentic Wick'd products, but you know, here we are doing this. So this is nice. The way this unscrews, I like that already. I noticed the O-rings in this are actually really nice. The machining, the metal, no smell to it. It really it has these like clear O-rings, like these silicone style ones. The tolerances are actually really good. From what I could tell, just playing around with it a little bit. Like I said, this was the box that came in. Yeah, you see the pins, if they can focus. So there's that, and then the one that it came with. Actually, I can't tell. Okay, which one's installed? And a 4.5 airflow for your DL needs. One pre-installed. So this is the biggest one, the one that's pre-installed. I swear this one looks bigger, doesn't it? Am I tripping or what? No, that's bullshit. The one that's installed is definitely... I'm sorry guys, but I'm taking this out and putting the bigger one in. I wanted the max airflow, the 4.5. Hold up. Just know that when you unscrew that pin, your post is coming right on out. There's your peak insulator. Yeah, that post is coming out. So that's not ideal. You'll notice it has these little rubber gaskets on there. I guess that's to prevent any leaking, anything seeping through. And there's numbers on some of them. I mean, there's no clear indication of what each size is. So you kind of have to eyeball it, unfortunately. Coil I'm putting in here today is a Fresno Fog coil. Yes, Fresno Fog Mech Alien 0.22 N90 3mm 2837. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is what little extra shit came in there. Yeah. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, you know, why the hell am I doing this? Whoever was a viewer prior and has a strong, you know, opinion against clones, well, they probably don't watch my stuff or support my channel anymore anyway, so fuck it. This is for all the people that, you know, are tolerant of this shit or less fortunate, and this would be the only thing they could afford. You know, there should be somebody representing every kind of group, right? In vaping. You know, not everybody can drop 200 on each RBA or 100 or whatever, you know. So why not? Just I'm sure somebody will find value in this. And you know, the people that can afford this shit without thinking twice, they either probably love watching vape stuff or they never watch it because, you know, The people that have to be really careful about spending their money, they're the ones watching to make sure stuff has a good review, and because they're being extra careful how they spend their money, even if it is a $20 RBA. I imagine that's how it works for a lot of these people. So, because I've been in that situation. Right now it's reading 0.17. I'm going to drop this down to like 18 watts, about. I love how this thing is just not focusing. Sony's supposed to have the best autofocus, huh? Alright, now I'm reading at 0.24. Blow her up again. I think this is one of my last Fresno fogs. I kind of feel bad wasting it on a clone, but I feel like I need a pretty big coil for this. Alright, so that'll do that. Of course it's out of fucking focus. Got a little bit of the cotton too. Cut off a little strand here. Yeah, so I mean, this no name brand one, I'm totally, I don't know what I'm talking about here. This is totally just me ranting and talking out my ass here, but for all we know, this may be made. I'm pretty sure that Wick'd RBAs these days are made in China, so this could be pretty close to the original recipe of this RBA, if not the same, manufacturer. So I'm pretty sure like the original ones, the early ones, like my 1.2 plus, I could just tell the grade of metal on it is way different than what the V2 was. So that kind of says something, I never had the Omega. That would help me gauge things pretty well too, I would think. Alright, I don't even know where I'm going with this haircut yet. I mean, this still wicks pretty similarly to how all the other bridges wick. It's a bigger port. That is for sure. Actually, oh, sorry, I'm bumping the camera. I want to do this real quick, if I can. Not a good idea, making last minute decisions. I'm not going to be able to get it in time. But here's this. Here is a Wick'd 1.2. You see how small that juice port is, right? That's the Wick'd 1.2 plus, the bridged 1.2 plus. Now here's the juice flow port on this one. Come on, focus. What's going on with you? It's a lot bigger, so that kind of, and considering this is the most airflow. When the V2 came out and they did 4mm airflow, that was a big deal. So for this to be even bigger, it says something. So, oh shit, knocking stuff over. All right, I'm gonna use baked cornflake sugar cookie because I don't have anything wicked up with this right now. I feel like I may have too much cotton on there right now. We'll find out if I have to take something off here. Yeah, I mean, I love the bridged, especially that 1.2 plus, because that's when I fell in love with build box style systems, you know, Borer devices, RBAs, bridges, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's see how this goes together. I don't know if I need this bottom plate on here first, though. That was kind of a mistake, huh? Fucking focus, man. I can't stand it. All right, let's see how this is gonna work. I gotta bump this wattage up. All right, my trusty red screwdriver to make adjustments. I'm gonna push everything up in there. I mean, this looks like way too much cotton. I try to be like a cotton minimalist. The side's not bad. In my opinion, you know, less cotton can, you know, give you faster wicking. Of course, you know, all my juices are generally thicker. I don't vape any thin juice, so I know a lot of European people do. Like, I don't know if I've ever, aside from like a Nick salt, I don't think I've ever had a 50-50 juice. 60-40 is pretty much the thinnest. I don't like PG that much either. If there's too much PG, I can tell right away. Alright, it's on. Looks like we're filling the holes pretty good. They're not like jetting out, but there's no gaps from what I could tell. So that should be good. I just gotta be careful now. Putting this bottom piece on. I don't know why this even exists. This bottom thing. It's just more for looks, I guess, but I don't see why it even comes off. I mean, there's no point from what I could tell, so. And then I'll put our collar back on, because God knows I forget to do that a lot. And I'll put it in the Boro. Here's a Pro. Doesn't really smell like anything. I guess this is good to go right now. Fuck it. Shit. So, oh, and it says, no rest. Come on, focus, please. I don't know what's going on. It's the worst focusing I've had with this camera. No rest for the Wick'd. Close that right now. I don't know what RBA was in here, but alright. Tighten her down there. Slide the glass up a bit. Come on, you motherfucker. Boy, it's gonna be a tight fit. I don't know why. I might have to fucking stomp this joint. But it's in there. I hate when they're not. I don't want it loose in there, but I hate when you gotta really cram a fucking RBA down. My Mob 2 is like that. It drives me nuts. Alright, good to go. And put more of this in there. Actually, rookie mistake. Can't believe I almost did that. You guys would have let me did that, right? You would have let me fuck this all up. I think it's gonna read. That's just my guess. I'm just gonna grab this real quick. Turn it on. Oh, well, good thing I didn't fill it up all the way. This top section comes off too, if you didn't know. Eureka! We have detection. Oh, what happened? New cool. Oh, now it's changed again. 0.60. That sounds kind of high. Okay, that's decent. 0.32. supposed to be a 0.22, but anything in a Boro is going to read higher. Oh look, now it's 0.27, so not bad. Alright. Seems like it's firing a little weird. Alright, now I'll put some juice in it, see what's going on. What happened was, I made sure to trim the leads real close, and I actually lowered the coil slightly. Because when you screw that in, something does protrude slightly, and that could have been making contact. I don't know. Alright, well, here it is. Don't look that pretty, because the cornflake sugar cookie is a dark juice. But it came out pretty good. I can't complain. Enjoying it. The ramp up time is a little long for me. I don't really like using big coils. I use really small coils generally. But something struck me to use a bigger coil in this because it's a lot of airflow. And I'm at, so this is reading now at the resistance has been jumping a bit. It's reading a 0.31 and I have it at 36 watts, which is like high for me. I could probably raise that too, which is just bizarre for me. I mean, I'm like a 28 watt vapor. I just like small coils, fast ramp up. But yeah, just got to get used to it for that. Otherwise, I mean, it's bubbling. It's abridged. You know, they wicked great, or they wicked great. You see what I did there? Yeah, it's decent. I like it. I don't know what the original ones cost. As far as I know, that is the latest iteration of the bridged. This rewicked, bubbling away. You missed it, but it's not half bad. I mean, if you can, I would definitely. I'm sure you can get a used one of the authentic for like $100 or maybe even less at this point. The numbers game, it's all over the map. You know, stuff is, people can't give shit away anymore. So you could probably get an authentic one just as easily on Facebook as you could from a clone website getting a clone one. Just to say, as far as clones go, the build quality is pretty good, like the metal of it. It's better than a different clone that I'm going to show you next. But I don't know, the way I'm sure the authentic one fits in a Boro a lot better. Little things like that. The O-rings are good on this. I mean, there's really, for what it is, works pretty good. I mean, no taste, no metal, no metallic aftertaste or anything that you sometimes get with clones. You know, I've had some clones where everything was perfect, but it'd have a taste to it that I just couldn't get rid of. You know, that ruins the whole thing, no matter how much you clean it. So, but this, yeah, it worked out pretty good. So that's the Rewick'd. Wish I could tell you who it was by. I really have no idea. Mars Tech. I mean, I don't even know what clone companies are still around. There's not many of them. But it's not any typical name brand. I'm sure somebody maybe in the comments could tell me. You guys can be pretty resourceful that way. So, so that's the first episode of Clone Ohm. What am I doing? Clone Ohm or Tone Clone? No, Clone Ohm. Clone Ohm. E.T. Clone Home. I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. This is the Clone Ohm series. So, thanks for joining me on this adventure here. I'll see you.